Man, who's the father? This is curiouser and curiouser. What? John's Mr. Courtney's son? No way, I mean, he's already so big for him to be your... Yes, John is indeed my son. Please look at this. This is a clipping from a magazine. Up-and-coming genius child actor John Marsh. He does actually bear a resemblance, now that you look at it like this. I mean, I was actually about to bring up how, what was it? Trucy seemed a bit old to be Phoenix's kid, because Phoenix would have also had to have a teen pregnancy. I mean, then we would have just had to never find out about, Trucy in advance, which would make very little sense. And then, of course, we found out what actually happened was the adoption, so something similar could have happened with, John and, Courtney, but they do look actually similar, so that seems less likely to me. Could be from a magazine. It's an article about John! Do you always carry this around with you? Yes, I always keep it close by. It's like a charm to me. Seems the bond that they share is a strong one. Like mother, like son. I guess we see where he gets the bitchitude from. Although that's probably something you didn't want him to carry on. But when your work takes up so much of your time, that tends to happen with spoiled kids like that. However, are you absolutely certain that he's been kidnapped? Yes, I received a call from the kidnapper just before the trial started. That's why you wanted to probably get it over with so quickly. But, is it to kill her or is it someone else? It's probably to kill her. What were their demands? They had only one demand. A not guilty verdict for Patricia Rowland. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So, this is similar to the killer case. So, is it to kill her again? But that would mean Rowland is the killer's client. That, or whoever is the killer's client, requested it. Because the killer did say he's willing to do requests for their client. So, either way, either the killer is working with Rowland right now, which means something. Which means, at the very least, she's dirty in that way. Or she's acquainted with someone who's dirty. So, either way, Rowland's dirty. I see. So that's what happened. Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? That is correct. The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. So that's why you were so quick for a verdict. It did seem weird to me, but I guess there's some sense to it. Not just you being a bitch. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland, I'll never get that name right. So that's why you were going to deliver a not guilty verdict earlier. I'm quite qualified to be a judge. I'm not qualified to be a judge. Well, to be honest, this is my first time seeing you where I think you are qualified to be a judge. Because if you don't understand what it's like to be human, if you can't comprehend the day-to-day problems of regular humans, how can you ever judge regular humans? So I'm glad that I'm finally seeing some humanity in you. This shows me for the first time that maybe you are qualified to actually be a judge. But yeah, like I said, the cool characters only work if you do see their weak side at some points. But still not a huge fan of you, but I'm liking you a lot more, that's for sure. A judge must be able to remain impartial and composed, above all else. And yet, despite this, in the trial just now, I was about to hand down a verdict that was led solely by my heart. Judge Courtney. The gods of law must be furious with me. But I simply couldn't do it. I couldn't hand down a fair verdict if it meant I had to sacrifice my own son. Of course you can't. Okay. A real parent would never abandon their own child. If that makes the goddess of law angry, maybe the goddess is the one who's wrong. The goddess is guilty. Guilty! Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Justine, normally hearing that would probably be like, how dare you? But now, maybe. Indeed, declare a goddess guilty. We're responsible for upholding the law, but at the same time, we're only human. Nobody would hand out a verdict that would sacrifice their own child. You'd say that, but if it was someone like Gustavia, I could see them doing it. Some people are just that heartless. Or that selfish, I should say. Thank you very much, Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth. However, I cannot simply run away from the courtroom. Oh, Judge Courtney? So this is where you've been, sir, dude? It appears it's time. Is the trial ready to resume already? Miss Courtney! Maybe Simon Keyes at least found Sebastian, hopefully, maybe? My father, he was a prosecutor. Your father? Indeed. Him, along with a certain defense attorney, who turned out to be Sheena, and Detective Bad were the original Yadagarasu. Yes, he stood in court, just like you. And now, with all that has happened, it got me thinking. What if my father had been in the same position as you are now? Yeah. He'd probably throw the trial. Honestly, you know, when it's for the sake of their kid, any normal person would. Although, I think there's an argument to be made about how quickly you should throw it. Like, should you postpone it a little, try and find the kidnappee first, or should you just go straight for the verdict? I know in the Phoenix trial, we postponed it as long as we could, but there's a big difference between a friend who you've known for a few years, even if they're a good friend, and a child who you've known for your whole life, or for their whole life, anyways. There's a big difference there. So, yeah. But anyways. The prosecutor was being coerced into obtaining a guilty verdict. I know. If my life were on the line, my father would definitely come to steal me back. Because that's what a Yadagarasu does. Steal you back? Miss Courtney, why don't you let us take care of it? What? Postpone the trial as long as possible. We'll definitely get John back so you can give a proper verdict. Just like what happened in Justice for All. Because there really should be Justice for All. I'm gonna go steal John back for you. As a second Yadagarasu, I, K. Faraday, give you my word. So, the great thief Yadagarasu plans to steal the truth, huh? She plans to perform a kidnapping. She plans to kidnap someone from a kidnapper. Okay, so, kidnap from a kidnapper, so... Is there a term for that? Kidnapception? Or is there something more? I don't know. I keep always using that "ception" word. I still have never seen Inception. I really should at some point. I've heard it gets kind of weird and kind of confusing, but I can usually keep up with confusing plots, so... eh. What say you, Judge Courtney? Will you place your trust in our young great thief? Let her steal your son for you? Prosecutor Edgeworth. And if it's alright with you, I wish to help as well. Thank you very much. Even after all the bitching I've done towards you, you'd still help me. It's good. But yeah, I won't put the errors of the mother against the child. So, but also, I mean, as much of a bitch as you've been, you've never actually broken the law yet. And being stupid and using stupid logic isn't technically illegal either, I don't think. So, at least not when it's not in court. I know that it's really not my place to ask this of you. But please, do whatever you can. Please save John. I will. As long as, you know, you kind of clarify on this, like, who was the father? Were you both that young? Were you raped as a child? Or, like, are you adopted mother? Like, could you please clarify? Because I'm kind of curious. Raped as a child probably seems the most likely. Eh. As dark as that would be, that seems the most likely based on the age. Because I don't think Courtney's the kind of person, like, based on how she acts, I really don't think she's the kind of person who would, you know, get giggity at 12 years old. Maybe she's just changed drastically since then, but I'm guessing it's more likely either she was raped or she's an adopted mother. One or the other. Just leave everything to guess. Allow me to leave my cell phone with you. Haha. Oh, reminds me of getting Maya's cell phone. Although this one isn't nearly as girly as Maya's. It's brown, kind of like a gavel, I suppose. Oh, and it has the Mozilla thing on it. Yeah, because your son is acting in the movie. Yeah. You may get a call from the kidnapper at some point. Wouldn't it be great if it was the killer? What are you doing on the other end of the line? No, just... I was trying to speak in the killer's voice, but for a second, but I guess it came out as Edgeworth's. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing on the other end? The situation has not been resolved yet, so I'm waiting for the guilty verdict. The not guilty verdict, I should say. It's quite... Anyways, this is... You have my word. I'll ensure the safe return of your phone, along with your son. I've been through this before. I'm kind of an expert. I'll do everything in my power to prolong the trial. Hopefully if the killer is the kidnapper, this time we actually catch the bastard. It'd be really sucky if we ended the game and he got away again. So I really do hope we catch him this time. But even then, at most the trial can only last for about 2 more hours. At least with the Phoenix case, they were able to get away with prolonging to a second day. And in that case, it was like, I really do need that not guilty verdict, so... maybe we can get away with that again in this case. If all else fails. Nah. Hopefully we'll at least just be able to find him in the 2 hours, though. But if not, trying to postpone for a second day might not be the worst idea. Even though it would be very risky. 2 hours, huh? So until 2 p.m., that's our time frame. I must return to court, Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I shall leave the rest to you. So did Shy Monkeys ever find Sebastian? I guess we'll only find out later. Well, see you later, Justine. You're getting kind of a better character now. Still, though. Where will you go from here? We'll only have time to tell. Okay, I thought you were taking a break from being a great thief. I guess she's returning to the call now. As of right now, the Great Thief Yadagrasu is back in business. Does that mean we can use Little Thief? Please let's use Little Thief at some point. We've got to. There's no way we can't. There's no way we won't. If the game actually finishes without using Little Thief again, then I'm calling shenanigans. We're definitely going to at some point. And I'm waiting for that point. I'm waiting for it. Oh, it's going to be so gay. Good. So good. So gay? Yeah, that kind of gay works, I suppose. Alright, time to put on the gloves and hit the pavement. It's my first request, after all. Is that so? The original Yadagrass I don't think took requests, but whatever. In that case, we better begin our investigation post-haste. We hope to track down John. Tch! Where'd he run off to? I guess we're gonna be helping Lang on the prowl. He might have just gone back home. That's right. I mean, it doesn't look like they're gonna get any filming done today. Or he may have run away. We should probably begin our investigation from the front of the Grand Tower. I just had a weird thought, I might as well bring it up, just in case. I doubt it's true, but what if, what's-his-face, John set up the kidnapping? Because sometimes kids who are, you know, they have their parents who are really overworking and they want their parents to pay attention to them for once, they will do that. They'll set up kidnappings. There have been both, fictional stories I've seen on that, and real stories where the kid, you know, just wants attention, so they'll set up a fake kidnapping. Although, getting a not guilty verdict as the, well, I mean, maybe if he knew the truth about the Roland case, he'd set it up that way so that, you know, put her in a difficult situation, but usually it'd be something like, give me all this money, see how much you care about me enough to give me all that money or whatever. But, so that makes it a lot less likely, but it's a possibility. Anyways, probably begin our investigation from the Grand Tower. Hey, hold it, Mr. Edgeworth. You're not the one in charge anymore. Oh, what, you are? So I'm the assistant now? From here on out, this is a job for a great thief, which means I'm the leader now. Oh, seriously? Can we play as her? And have Edgeworth follow us around? If that's the case, what am I supposed to do? Mr. Edgeworth, you get to be the first ever great thief's assistant. So I'm a thief's assistant now. Holy shit, do we seriously get to play as Kay? It probably won't be much different if Edgeworth's still following us behind, but still, that'd be cool, that'd be great. And then we could talk to Edgeworth as if he was our assistant. Please let us do that. Oh my god, please let me get a reality. Please, let's do that. Please, 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 please. Alright, let's get going. The Great Thief Yadagrasu takes flight once more. Let's do it, please. Let me play as Kay, let me play as Kay, let me play as Kay. We already played as Gumshoe once. Let's do it, please. Let me be Kay, let me be Kay, let me be Kay. Oh my god, I'm so hyped right now. I have to end the recording session very soon, but I just want to get to the part where I either play as Kay or don't, so I know for sure. Let me play as Kay, let me play as Kay, let me play as Kay. Here we are, the scene of the crime. Let's get to work. Now, say it with me, Mr. Edgeworth. Say what? Even the depths of night? Ah, the catchphrase. Even in the depths of night. No. Oh, come on! Say the rest with me! And just why should I do that? Because you're the assistant. So assist. Because the Great Thief Yadagrasu has arrived on the scene. If we don't say the introduction, it just doesn't feel right. I have no intention of becoming a thief. Arrgh, fine then, I'll do it by myself. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight. One alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I'm the Great Thief, Yadagarasu! Aw yeah. Yes, Kay, I know you are. I, on the other hand, am starting on the investigation. So, whenever you're ready. Tch, you're no fun. We don't have time for fun. Please let me play as Kay, it'll be so cool. We only have until 2 o'clock. We need to begin making inquiries immediately. Also, it wouldn't be much different than playing as Edgeworth anyway, so they might as well let us play as Kay. It'd be really uncool to not let us play as Kay, since there wouldn't be much difference. Especially if Edgeworth's still walking behind us. Anyways, we need to begin making inquiries immediately. Good thing we have a photo, so we can go right ahead and start asking around. Let's play as Kay, let's play as Kay, let's play as Kay, let's play as Kay. No! Game, what are you doing? We're supposed to play as Kay! Why aren't you letting us play as Kay? It wouldn't even be that big of a difference. It would just be Edgeworth is the one standing behind instead of Kay, and when we talk to Edgeworth, you know, Edgeworth would be the one that we're talking to, and we'd be Kay on the left. It wouldn't be that big of a difference. It'd be a small change. It'd be a really fucking cool change. Why would you not do that, game? What a wasted opportunity! Oh my god, I know I'm getting mad about another small thing again, but that's the whole point. Because it's such a small change, such an easy change to make, why the fuck wouldn't you make it? Oh my god, is that Will Powers? Just noticed him. I think I'll end it there. See you guys next time. History Investigation 2, Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path Blind. That's totally Miles Powers? Miles Tails per hour, or whatever it was. That's totally Will Powers, isn't it? Anyways, bye. Wasted opportunity game. Wasted opportunity.